There's so much opportunity now for teachers.
It's about choice. It's been amazing for me, really.
A deeply moving experience.
I really enjoy what I do here.
It's new, it's happening.
It was an initiative of the government to put some literacy and numeracy specialists predominantly into high schools, but also working with Year 6 students. So it's been running now for 1 year and 1 term.
Ms Peters is in our classroom to help us with maths.
I'm a numeracy specialist teacher. Leah is the first year teacher out, so I've been mentoring her at the moment with her maths, just making sure there are structures in place and just her best practices on how to teach maths and ensuring that students are really gaining good understandings with their mathematical knowledge.
Working with Tracy this term has been really good. As a first year teacher, it has taught me a lot about numeracy in the classroom, and the students are actually enjoying doing maths again.
Having a support teacher in the classroom has been really worthwhile. She's been very helpful in introducing me to some new aspects of teaching English and literacy. I've seen a number of situations where students are more keen to participate through reading and contribute to the writing process.
At Glenorchy, we've been doing a lot of co-planning, co-teaching. It's just been a really fantastic opportunity to work with the teachers, to look at the literacy needs of the students and how we can best support them.
It's pretty good having another teacher in the classroom because we get to learn other things.
It's been amazing for me, really.
The school health nurse program started on the 1st of July this year. There's 10 full-time nurses statewide. We do primary schools and secondary schools. In the secondary schools, their focus is on mental health, sexual health, drugs and alcohol. For the primary schools, it's targeting getting all of the kinder children having their vision and hearing checks. There might have been issues around vision, hearing, development, behaviour. We're very much about supporting teachers and the parents to ensure that their children are healthy and well, because that has been proven in positive educational outcomes.
The construct really was around building a 21st century facility that a community could continue to use over many years to come. What we wanted to provide was a place where students and staff could come together to engage in social interaction, where staff could model and demonstrate that they meet for a coffee, but they might engage in planning for learning while they were here. We have a very intentional hospitality training venue within this beautiful space, and so we have students who are on pathways to hospitality employment, and they actually have an amazing enterprise. In 5 weeks they sold $2,000 worth of coffee.
I really enjoy what I do here, and I also enjoy the building and how we've got the opportunity to spend so much time together instead of all spread out in our grade blocks.
I'm a school business manager at Leonard Valley Primary School, and my role is to manage the daily operation of the school office and deliver the school administrative services. I've enrolled in the Business Management Development Program. Personally, I'm really excited to be involved in this program because I value the importance of personal and professional learning. Across Tasmania, school business managers are supporting staff and teachers to undertake this program.
Eddie's a fantastic program. It's actually what I'd call a game changer for us as principals, because it's something that has brought together lots of data sets we already had, but they were all in different places. Eddie's brought them together so that the principal can load up their front page and see at a glance how the school is travelling in the finance area, in the HR area and other areas of the school. It's enabled us to look at that screen and get into those data sets, and then management of the school becomes easier, and we can get into the leadership and the instructional leadership part of our role, which is where we all want to be. Just recently we went to Melbourne and presented at the iAwards, and that's a national award for innovation in technology that's actually a game changer for businesses, and we won an award because of the significance of it in the government sector. I love Eddie. It's changed the way I work. It actually enables schools to focus on the things that really, really matter.
There's so much opportunity now for teachers, not so much the teacher being the sage on the stage anymore. They have to be the guide on the side, and they need to get the students to drive the information and to share all that with each other. These students now, they know how to do all this, and as teachers and educators we've got to respect that, and we've got to design our curriculum and our teaching tasks to take advantage of that. I love the opportunities I can get to make my classroom more interesting, more varied, so the students don't come in and think, oh, here we go again, same old thing today. It's innovative, it's new, it's happening.
The extension of grades 11 and 12 into regional schools has been a real success here at St Helens. It's a facility for students from all over the area, from Bichno through the Fingal Valley, right up to Mathina, so our drawing area is quite large. It's a combined campus of students from both St Helens and St Mary's schools. So for some students it's an opportunity to continue their education through to the end of year 12 and get their TCE when moving through to a larger city was not an option for them. It's about choice. They come here because they know they can achieve here and there's a sense of belonging.
A lot of people think that you can't do as many subjects at like rural colleges as you can at Hobart or Launceston, but you actually can do them.
One of the great things about having 11-12 down here in our community is that students already have connection with people in the community, with families and with businesses. So it means that when they go out into a work placement, they already know the people that they're going to work for.
My actual aim is to be a teacher. Next year I want to go and do a Bachelor of Education. I'm going to be doing it through flexible learning through UTAS, and my overall goal is to work as a teacher on the East Coast.
It's a wonderful opportunity for students to stay in their local community and be really successful with their education here.
The Georgetown Community Hub is an initiative of the Department of Education. Within the hub we house the LINK, so Library Tasmania, Online Access Centre, Service Tasmania, Child and Family Centre and a Child Health Nurse.
We're looking after children in the community aged 0 to 5 and their families and providing them with a safe space to come and just hang out and drop in, and they can also access lots of services.
The centre is designed that parents will come with their children and do interactive play and learning at the same time.
We've got a really fantastic relationship with Launching Into Learning here in Georgetown across both of the Department of Education schools, who are both running all of their Launching Into Learning programs out of the Child and Family Centre here. So it's a really fantastic example of integrated service across the department.
The community has really embraced this community hub. We have between 300 to 400 visitors a day. We have a lot of collaboration with organisations within Georgetown Community Hub, so we try and do some planning together with others to ensure that we're delivering a really good service.
We've just celebrated our 10,000th visitor coming through the doors in the last week. So in terms of how many repeat visits we're getting in this space is just amazing.
In April this year, 6 students and I travelled to Turkey to commemorate the centenary of Anzac. To get a trip on this wonderful experience, I had to write an essay. I wrote an essay talking about the contribution that females made, particularly in World War I, the nurses. When I was reading the personal accounts of these women who were working these just horrible situations on islands where there was no health supplies to cater for these men that just had these horrible injuries, I thought I could never do that myself, just because they were showing such tenacity in these horrible conditions and making something out of nothing.
Coming back from it now is truly a transformational experience and well worthwhile. The dynamic in emotions you felt being a tourist in Istanbul and seeing all the wonderful sights, and then going to Anzac Cove. It's one thing to see the pictures, but actually to be there and feel the raw emotions, that's the true part of this trip. It's impossible to leave Gallipoli without taking that with you.
It was a deeply moving experience. I think the message that we'd like to convey, and the message that we have conveyed to other people in telling our story about being at Anzac Cove, is that we shouldn't be commemorating this with pride. It should be something that we look at with deep reflection.